Hey G Squad, and welcome back to my channel, Cooking Meals with Katrina G. So, as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be making Sloppy Joe sliders. That's right, Sloppy Joe sliders. Yes, so if you're interested in seeing how I make them, please continue to watch. And family, I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Take care, be blessed, and per usual, thank you so much for stopping in to see what your girl is cooking up in the kitchen today. So, without further ado, I will meet y'all at the stove. Bye! Alright G Squad, so for our Sloppy Joe sliders, this is everything that I'm going to be using. I have ground turkey. You can use whatever type of meat you want. I have some provolone cheese. Again, just feel free to swap out for whatever type of ingredients you prefer. I'm going to be adding an onion, this entire onion, half of this green pepper, as well as half of the red bell pepper. I have some Manwich Sloppy Joe sauce that I'm going to add in there. The rolls that I'm using today, I'm going to be using these Hamburger rolls. I was looking for the square ones, but they didn't have them in the supermarket, so this will suffice. And then for my seasonings, and again, use whatever seasonings you prefer. So the one I'm going to be using, I have this Memphis style barbecue seasoning, which is really good. I actually picked this up from the Dollar Tree. I have some paprika. I'm going to be using some garlic, and then to cook my meat, I'm going to be using this avocado oil. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and prep everything. Oh, one last thing. For my bread, I picked up this garlic. It's garlic and herb butter. You can always make your own butter. Just if you don't have a recipe, you can always just YouTube it or Pinterest. And so anyway, I'm going to be using this, and this was actually pretty expensive for this one stick. It was, I believe it was $3.49, somewhere between $3.49 and $3.99 for this one stick. So yeah, so in any case, I'm going to be basting my rolls with this. Alright, so off screen, I'm going to go ahead and prep my vegetables, and then we'll get into the cooking part. Alright, G Squad, so I have my vegetables all cut up. So I'm going to sit these off to the side. So now on the stove, I have my pan. It's already been heating up, and I went on ahead and added the oil. And so now to this, I'm going to go ahead and add my ground turkey and just allow that to start cooking. G Squad, I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you once again, as always, for stopping in to see what your girl is up to in the kitchen. I really appreciate it. And also, I've been getting some really, great feedback in the comment section, and I want to thank you so much for the interaction. And yeah, I really, really appreciate it. There was one of the family members, and please forgive me, I can't think of your name right now, but he commented on the my chocolate eclair video, and it said that it reminded him of his mom, as a kid when she used to cook it, and I thought that was just so touching. And again, that's what my channel is about. It's just cooking from the heart and just bringing back memories. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really appreciate it. And so now, again, I'm just going to allow this to brown. And then once it's browned in, I'll pop back in, and then we'll add our vegetables. Alright, fam. So while the ground turkey is doing its thing, I'm going to go ahead and get my pan ready. And I have my bread here, and I'm going to go ahead and line that up. So I think I'm going to make about 6 of these. Let's see if my pan, yep. So I'm lining the bottom on one side and the top on the other. Actually, no. Let me save the top for last, y'all. It's been a minute since I've done this, so I'm just going to add the bottom of your hamburger buns. Only want the bottom and keep your tops out. I'm going to give y'all the wrong information. And one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, so. Alright, so we're just going to sit this off to the side. And we're going to come back over here. And so my ground turkey is just about done. And now I don't add my seasoning until after the meat is done, because what happens is I'm going to drain some of this juice. And I don't want to end up pouring the seasoning off. So once it's done, then I'll go in and season it. And that sound you just heard was the oven going off. I have the oven preheated to 350 degrees because we're going to also put this in the oven because we need to allow for that cheese to melt. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and drain some of this juice off, which is actually, now that I look at it, it's really not a lot. So you know what, I'm just going to keep that in there. Because this is ground chicken, of course it's not going to make a lot of grease, but yeah, so now to this I'm going to go ahead and add all my vegetables. And at this point, now I'm going to lower my heat some. And then now I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning. And again, season your food to your taste. So that was the Memphis Barbecue that I added in. Just a reminder. So now I'm going in with some garlic powder. Add that. And then I'm going to add paprika. And the paprika is just really for the browning effect. I wish I would have had some smoked paprika, but I can't seem to find that in the stores. So, but we're going to make it do what it do. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and allow my vegetables to cook for a few minutes. Because I don't want them really soft. I want still a little, crunch to it, but not too hard, if that makes sense. And I also think I want to add to this black pepper. You see why I say season your food to your own taste? Because at any moment's notice, I may decide, oh, let me add this, let me add that. And the reason I didn't put any salt in it is because this Memphis barbecue has salt in it already. I really should be using my wooden spoon. Okay, so I'm going to allow that to go for a few minutes, and then we'll pop back in and add the sauce. Alright, y'all, so it's been about 3 minutes, so now I'm going to go ahead and pour in my Manwich. And I'm just going to lower this to like a simmer. Okay. Oh, it smells so good, family. Oh, it smells delicious. So I'm going to add about a quarter cup of water to this and swish it around to get out the rest of this sauce in here. Okay, so that's how it looks. So now I'm just going to gradually add this because I don't want this to be too soup. I don't want it to be soupy and watery because it is going to go on top of the, the buns. So I don't want it like watery. Yeah, see, that's the consistency, okay, that I'm going for. Okay? It's thick, but it's not like a pasty thick, and then it's not too watery. Okay, so I hope that explanation helped. So now I'm going to cover this, and then just allow this to go for about, I guess about 5-10 minutes. Okay, and then I'll pop back in. Alright, family, so after 8 minutes, this is how it looks. A sloppy Joe. This is how it looks. So now I'm just going to pan back, and so now right here, as you can see, I have the hamburger buns that I lined up in my pan. So now I'm going to add my meat onto my buns. And it doesn't matter if the meat falls over. That's why it's called a sloppy Joe sliders. And just load it on, pack it on, have fun with it. Oops. It smells so good and it tastes delicious. I mean, woo! Just a little closer. So go back, add some. Okay, get all that out. All right. Okay, so that's how it looks. So now we're gonna go in with our cheese slices now, and we're gonna add them on each one of our sloppies. Just line it up. And you see how I'm overlapping them? I love these slices because they have it separated with the sheet. I'll move that up some. So I'm doing like 4, I guess 4 per row. Okay? And these are nice thick slices. Okay, make sure I'm leaving the paper on there. Okay, let's grab one more. And so, I wanted to tell you, I bought 2 packs of these because I wasn't sure how many slices I wanted to put on it, so I ended up using like a pack and 1 slice out of here. So a full pack and then a second pack I used, and that's if you're doing. This is for 6 sliders that I'm making. Okay, so there. All right, so you can make it as cheesy as you want. If you want to go in and add another layer of cheese on there, and this one is kind of thin. So yes, I want to add another layer of cheese on that one. Make it as cheesy as you want. If you don't want the cheese, you don't have to. Okay? So now add this back in my packet. Excuse my reach. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and now put this in the oven and allow this cheese to melt. It should only take like a few minutes. And then we'll come back and then we'll finish up with the rest of the video. And also I wanted to say with my butter, I've been having my butter out. Make sure you leave your butter out room temperature so it can, begin to soften, okay? So now I'm just going to pop these in the oven and then I'll come back in when we're ready to move on. Alright, G Squad, so after 5 minutes, This is how they look. The cheese is melted. So now we're going to go ahead and add our top bun. So now the final thing is we're going to go in with our melted or softened butter. And now we're going to actually start to spread them on the top of the buns. Okay, you see that nice herb? I'll bring it a little closer. You see all the herbs on here? And then the reason I wait to put the butter on from the oven as opposed to just putting it on while I'm waiting for it to come out, because the heat assists with the melting process. So, okay, so just go ahead and just splatter that on. Have fun with it. All that garlic and herb, you'll see that? Okay. Gonna have fun. If you're gonna cheat, go all the way. You say, go, what is it? Go big or go home? Yes, look at that, y'all. Okay. And the last one. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to pop this back in the oven for about another 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes, just to allow this to melt and the bread to brown, and then we'll be wrapping up this video. Alright, G Squad, so after about 10 minutes in the oven, our Sloppy Joe sliders are done. Let me turn this oven off. And yeah, this is how they look. The bread is nice and toasty with that butter, that garlic butter on it. Then you see the cheese is nice and melted. Yes, family. So I'm going to go ahead and plate this. I made a salad off camera to go with it, so I'm going to go ahead and add my sliders on here. Actually, let me get a photo of this first and I'll be back. Alright, y'all. So, I have my spatula, so I'm going in. Just trying to make a little incision with the spatula. Okay. Go in now, and yep, this is what it looks like. See, look at that, y'all. Look at the stringy. You see the string of cheese? Woo! So that's how it looks. Okay, so just add that on here. Oh, there we go. Look at that cheese. Look at the pull. The pull from the cheese. Pan over here. So, yeah. There you go. Okay, so. So, family, I hope you have enjoyed this video of my Sloppy Joe sliders with my green salad in. You got to have some green in there. Keep it somewhat healthy. Okay, so family, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, you know what to do. And on that note, I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, be blessed. I love you. And once again, as always, thank you for your support. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Taking a chance.